Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Marina Shepelsky. I am an immigration lawyer based in New York. I live in New Jersey, and we represent immigration clients from all over the United States. I got this new headband, or whatever this is called, to show that what we do is help bring people here to liberty, to a good life, to legal processes that make sense in this legal system. And we do our weekly show to talk about immigration news and anything that has to do with US immigration. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit before I start discussing, news, just to say hello to everyone and to get more people watching. This week was a great week. We got a VAWA petition approved for a lady from California who was married to an abusive green card holder. Actually, he wasn't even a US citizen. And we got approved a case for national interest waiver, which is somebody who is extraordinary, exceptional ability, high level professional. And if you post your questions, I'm going to answer them before the end of the show. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the weather in New York. It's extremely cold. And it was kind of unexpected, because although this is winter, it's been really warm so far. And everyone has been saying that when is winter coming? Global warming. All of a sudden it got really cold. And in this weather, I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like a little down. So I try to make myself happy by wearing hats like this, by going for a massage, for getting more sleep, stuff like that, because it just feels weird. So I'm just going to start saying hello to people. Andy says hi. Hi there. Hi, how are you? People are saying hi on Instagram. I'm just waiting for now, and I'm going to start slowly getting into immigration news. Give me a second. I prepared some stuff for you guys. Okay, just waving to my friends here. Nothing really crazy new this week, except for a new green card came out. So we have a new green card and a work permit, and they're starting to look very different. Dr. Chandra Babu says hello on Instagram. Hi there. How are you? Thank you for watching. So this new green card that we're going to have now no longer has the fingerprint on the front. It has raised text. It has new security ink, or better security ink. It has a little bit different art, better art, more details. It has holographic images. So it's just looking more cool, and it's going to be more secure. And this is, again, both the green card and the work permit. I think yesterday was the President Biden State of the Union address, which wasn't really having that much to do with immigration, but he did talk about the economy. And he said that the economy is doing great because he got unemployment rates down. But you have to take into consideration that while there's more jobs and unemployment rates are down, the IT companies are laying people off. Google, Facebook, Amazon. A lot of people are getting laid off in the IT industry, which is bad news for anybody who is interested in coming to US with an H-1B or any other kind of visa, like EB-1 or EB-2. Bijou Ova says hello. Hi, how are you on YouTube? So the fact that the economy is doing well, according to Biden, is not necessarily how things are in reality. The IT industry is suffering, and there's a lot of jobs being lost. People are going unemployed. That means there's less foreign workers coming in, which is always bad for the economy. The big companies are going, how should I say this? They're scaling back on any long-term plans. They are anticipating recession. They think there's going to be a recession in the United States. And we're talking about big, big companies, not just the IT companies. They're being very conservative. They're not spending as much right now because they're planning on a recession. Prices in food are really high in the United States. So it's not everything is not as peachy as it sounds like from, if you watched the State of the Union address and the new program for refugees that Biden announced this month, really, that allows people from Cuba, from Venezuela, from Haiti, and Nicaragua to come by applying online, getting a US sponsor. There's 20 Republican states that took the Biden administration already to court over this. They're already suing the Biden administration. They brought a lawsuit in federal court in Texas to say it's not legal. They don't want this to go forward. It puts a lot of pressure on the border states to house all these new immigrants because the Biden administration announced that they will be taking 30,000 people a month from this program. Meanwhile, here in New York, we're really dealing with a lot of these refugees coming here. Some of them have no place to live, so they're building shelters for them. It's a little bit disorganized, despite what the president said in his State of the Union address. And the hard part is if you don't know how to use the computer and you don't have somebody to help you, or if you don't have a sponsor, you're not going to be able to even use this program to come to the United States. Dr. Chandra is saying on Instagram, actually, I'm going to come to the US looking for a B1, B2 visa slots from Chennai, India. Welcome. I hope you come. And if you come visit us at our New York office. My phone number on the bottom of the screen on YouTube. And if you're watching me on Instagram, sign up on YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, sign up on Instagram. We have different content in both places. But if you want to text us on WhatsApp, it's 718-679-3131. If you want to call us from the United States to make a consultation appointment, it's 718-769-6352 on the bottom of my screen. And I'm going to start answering some questions here. A question from YouTube, from Summer. Hi, hello, any updates on the family-based F1 category? So I'm going to go to the current, this is what I do. I Google current visa bulletin. This is public free information. And you can look every month to see this month's bulletin where the government reports to us what visas they're working on right now. So in the F1 category, they're getting ready to work on August 2016. So anybody who filed in August of 2016 or later, and this is for single adult children of US citizens, your case they're going to be working on very soon. If you filed after, so before August 16th or in August 16th, they're going to be working on your case very soon. If you filed after, like 2017, 18, 19, they're not going to get to you for a couple more years. And I would love for you guys to find this and check this website out every month or every couple of months to see the progress of your particular case, because your life will be so much easier if you can always see what's going on. Although Bridget says, hello, I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you, Bridget. Although the times as of right now are really not getting any quicker. All right, I have a question from Lubana, America. Hi, I want to apply for a VAWA case. She says that she married a US citizen and she wants to apply for a VAWA case. How much does it cost? We always start with a paid consultation. It's either $250 for our team. If I'm available and you want to wait 2-3 weeks, you could do it with me. Okay, my personal consultation is $400. It's more expensive, but the good news is if we end up starting your case, this money will be a deposit towards your case. Hannah Al-Mansoub. Hannah Al-Mansoub on YouTube asks, if my case for asylum is dismissed in court, can I reapply again for asylum through USCIS? And what is the period of time that I should reapply after dismissal of my case? The reason that your lawyer and the government probably agreed to dismiss your case is that it wasn't very strong. You probably would have been denied. I'm not sure if you should be reapplying, Hannah, unless there's something new that just happened, like if the police came looking for you to arrest you for being, gay, or for doing propaganda or something politically related in your home country, and your mom told you or sent you a paper that says something new happened, Hannah, then you should reapply. If nothing new has happened, that means your case was not good and your lawyer decided not to push for it. Which means if she did push for it, you probably would have been removed or deported, right? Is that something that you really want to do? I would say not. Ben Johnson 72 says, hello, dear. I would love to meet you on Instagram. Hello, how are you? Fatuma says on Instagram, hello, Marina. Hope you're doing well. On December 23, I got a notice from National Visa Center saying that they're working with the Nairobi embassy to schedule an interview date for me. So how long do you think it will take? Usually 2 to 6 months, just to be on the safe side and give you a number that makes sense. 2 to 6 months, Fatima. And I'm saying hello to some people on Instagram here. Officials, Hubham Dar says hello. Jazz joined. These are really cool names that people have. Nargiza Narieva says hi. Hi. Thank you for watching, you guys. Thank you. Okay. Andrew Lopez on YouTube asks me, I'm in a marriage for 6 months. It's not working out. I have already filed and I'm waiting for my work permit. Is it a good idea to transfer this case from marriage to VAWA, abuse-based? And should I wait for the work permit and advance parole before doing it? I have very good news for you, Andrew. If you really are feeling like this is a bad marriage, it's not your fault, your spouse is abusing you, there's no problem to transfer it. No problem transferring marriage petition to abuse VAWA petition. You don't have to interrupt anything. You will still get your work permit and advance parole. Don't be afraid to file. Now, before you file, make sure you have enough proof of the good faith marriage. In other words, it's only been 6 months, but I hope you have joint bank statements, joint credit card statements, joint utility bills that have 2 names on them. Everything, when I say joint, it means it has 2 names on papers. Pictures with you and your spouse and other people, relatives, friends, different clothes, different times of year, different places. Make sure that you have enough to prove that this was a real marriage, but also that you start seeing a psychologist to show that you were abused, okay? Apps customer says, do you think the $2,500 expedited will be extended for family-based? So there's a new fee that they're starting to charge soon from USCIS for expediting work cases, employment cases. Do I think this will also be used for family cases? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Hannah says, when I check my case, it says that the appeal was due March 3rd. When I asked my lawyer when I appeal, she said I can't appeal because she signed and the government agreed to dismiss. Of course not. When you dismiss the case, there's no decision. It's that the case was taken from the court system. Again, there's nothing to appeal. Your lawyer and the government agreed that you really had no case. To prevent you from being deported, they gave you this great favor of dismissing your case. I don't know if you understood that. They were, I don't know if you figured that out, that if you didn't agree to the dismissal, you would have had a hearing and got deported. And then you have to appeal. You only appeal when you are denied or deported. If your case was dismissed, that means you didn't have a case. So it was better for you to dismiss it rather than to get deported. And if there was still Trump and not Biden right now, never they would have agreed to dismiss it. You would have been deported. You would have had a deportation. Then you would have had to worry about appealing it. But since it was dismissed, they've made a great exception for you, a big favor by not deporting you and allowing you to stay here undocumented with no status, but at least you're not deported. Being deported is much worse than just having no deportation proceedings. That means you can apply for a green card through something else like marriage, or if your kid turns 21. If you can travel if you apply. If you have deportation on your record, there's very little chance that you can ever get rid of that deportation. That means in the future you'll get nothing. Okay, Summer says thank you. Bridget Natama says, hi Marina. 1 year after asylum interview, I still don't have any response. What do I do? You can write the USCIS asylum office, a letter and say, what's going on? Why do I still not have my decision? You can also probably get your congressman or woman involved and ask for help to get a reply. Fiona says, what needs to happen for amnesty to be approved? Is this a fantasy? I'm not sure if I would call it a fantasy, but right now, it doesn't seem like it's in the books. It's not happening this year, you know? So, you know, sadly, I don't think it's happening right now. Okay. What else? Oh, Hannah says she understood. Thank you. All right. Finero says, thank you for all you do. Thank you. I'm waving to people. Oh, Finero has a question. Finero says, I go and receive a receipt notice for my VAWA case, and I got a prima facie approval, and it's been 9 months. How much more will it take for the VAWA case to be approved? It's now taking 33 months, approximately, about 3 years for the VAWA to be approved. About 3 years. On YouTube, F Baby says, good morning, great attorney. I love your hat. Thank you. I hope you don't think it's really like ridiculous. I just thought it was cute and funny, but I hope I'm not offending anyone with my hat. I think I'll have it on for like a few more minutes, and I'm probably going to end up taking it off because my head is hot. The camera is like right, and the light is in my face. So I love your avatar, F Baby, with a big American flag and says, God bless America. So while we have a little bit of time and I'm waiting for people to post their questions, I'm going to tell you how I came here. I came to the United States in 1989 with my parents. I'm an only child. I don't have brothers or sisters. So they brought me and my mom's mom, you know, my maternal grandmother came with us. And we came from Ukraine, but at that time it was still Soviet Union. So I came with my parents and my grandma, and we didn't know anybody. We didn't have any family in the United States. It was 1989, but we came as refugees. So we had the status already. We came legally right from the day of coming here. We had our status as refugees, and we became green card holders after like a year. And after that, after 5 years, I applied for my US citizenship. I did my test and I did my interview and I passed and I became a citizen in 1995. I was in my second year of college then. I was in college. I went here in New York to NYU, and I was going to be a doctor actually when I went to college. I went to school for a biology degree. So my bachelor's is in biology. And I also have like a second major in chemistry and linguistics. But I actually started working in a law office when I was in college as like a part-time job, just to make money for books and, you know, my expenses, whatever, because I didn't want to take any money from my parents who were new immigrants and were working very hard. And I started working here since I was like 13. I've been working. And I really fell in love with it. I really got to like being in a law office. I figured out that I'm really good at it. The only thing is, I was a little worried that English wasn't my first language. And how do I speak to people? I have an accent, and I wasn't really good at public speaking. But everybody that I worked with in the law industry said, Marina, you don't need any specific major. So here in college, you don't need any specific major so that you can apply and go to law school. Law school doesn't require you to have any specific major. So even with my biology major, I was able to do really well on the entrance exam into law school. And I got in. I went to Fordham Law School, also in New York City, and I graduated in 2002. And I took the bar exam for New York and New Jersey. It's like I knew I was going to end up in New Jersey. And I am licensed in 2 states, in New York and New Jersey. Now, we have lawyers in my office who are licensed in New York, in California, and New Jersey, but we practice in every state for specifically immigration law. So we have court hearings in Texas, in North Carolina, in Atlanta, Georgia, in Philadelphia, in Connecticut, in Hawaii. I've had court hearings. We represent clients from all over, and we win cases, especially asylum, especially VAWA, Violence Against Men and Women Act cases, the I-360 abuse cases, U visas, T visas, and now we have a big department in our law office that deals with national interest waiver work green cards. So work green cards. We're dealing with work green cards now. And we are getting a lot of people now interested in work green cards, and we've been winning them. Everything that we filed, we won so far. So 2022 and 2023, not one case was denied for national interest waiver, for EB1. We've represented artists, engineers, business people, quite a few. Like half of our cases were for business people. So if you have an interest in coming to the United States for work and getting a visa and a green card, we can also help you. But my initial love for immigration law started because I was helping refugees and people get asylum. And I don't know if many of you know about cancellation of removal, but if you are in the United States more than 10 years and you have US citizen children or parents who are citizens or green card holders, for them, in their interest, especially when they have hardships, like when your kids have mental or physical issues, and they need you to stay here and legalize, for them, the judge gives you a green card through the court hearing, and that's called cancellation of removal. Hannah says that I look beautiful. Thank you so much. FK says, hi, Marina. Hope you're doing well. Can I travel for a couple of months out of the US after applying for VAWA and getting a notice from them? You can travel only with advanced parole. If you receive your advanced parole document, you can travel, even if you have VAWA or any other kind of case. If you do not have an advanced parole, do not leave. You might never be able to come back. Okay, Jasveer Singh says, hi, how long is it taking for an interview in the IR1 category, India? So this is for immigrant visa. It depends. India is very delayed, even more so than in many other countries. If you're already approved for the I-130 and you did your national visa case and everything is approved, it might take you between 2 to 10 months to get your interview scheduled. In India, it's a huge country. Lots of people are applying. They're delayed still with all the things that happen. It's going to take you a long time. Be patient. They will get to you. They didn't lose your case most of the time. Most of the time, they didn't lose or forget about you. It's just that they're super delayed right now. FK says, or can I apply for VAWA from my country leaving the US? My husband is a US citizen and works in IT. You can leave and apply from your country. I don't recommend it. It's going to take you longer, and I can't guarantee that you'll come back here. So if you're thinking of filing for VAWA, you're married to a US citizen, don't leave. File here. Wait for your advance parole, then you can leave. But advance parole takes a long time to get, and they are delayed with advance parole. Here I have a website where you can check right here. You can check on this website, which is uscis.gov/processing-times. That's where you go and you check how long your case with USCIS will take to get approved. Now, the VAWA petition, I'm going to tell you right now, last I checked, the VAWA petition was taking 33 months. But let me double check because I didn't yet check today. I'm going to uscis.gov. I'm finding check case processing times. I'm selecting from the drop-down menu I-360 petition for a married Asian, widower, or special immigrant, VAWA. Okay. Then I do Violence Against Women Act VAWA category, and Vermont Service Center is where this is being processed. So the Vermont Service Center is telling me it's going to take 32.5, almost 33 months to get the VAWA filed and approved. Now, you want to wait for the advance parole, as I already said. Advance parole, and let's pretend you're going to end up in Nebraska Service Center for advance parole. That could take 13.5 months. So that is the time you should wait, get your advance parole, and then you can leave and travel for even 6 months. It's not going to be a problem if you stay out of the US for like 6 months, okay? I'm not going to worry if you stay out 6 months. Okay, I have more questions here. Fiona says, if you have a sibling, brother or sister, who is a US citizen, can you get a green card through them? You can, yes, absolutely. The I-130 petition for a brother or sister is going to take a long time, though. And it's going to take, I'm going to tell you exactly how long. As of right now, if you file in the F4 category, brothers or sisters of US citizens, it is taking 16 years. They're currently working on interviewing and giving visas to people who filed in March 2007. We are already in February 2023. So we are talking about 16 years wait for brothers and sisters of US citizens. I'm using the sparkly filter today on Instagram because it sparkles and it makes me feel nice. I wish you guys on YouTube were watching me on Instagram. I'm looking even more pretty than usual here because Instagram does enhance you. It makes you look prettier. Unlike this camera that makes me look exactly the way I look for my 46 years. And it's so cute and sparkly. It's making me happy. And this is what I do to make myself happy when it's so cold outside. So I already answered how long it takes to Fiona. Apps customer on YouTube wants to know, do all overstays require hardship presented to prevent the spouse from having to go back to their original country and do consular processing to finish the process? If you came with no visa or like a transit visa, like a crewman's visa, you absolutely in any category require an I-601A hardship waiver. Because as somebody who came here with no visa always needs a waiver. Now, if you came with a visa, but you were in the category like siblings of US citizens or married children of US citizens, right? Then you also need the waiver because you overstayed a visa. However, if you came with a visa and you overstayed, but you marry a US citizen or you are a parent of a US citizen, that is the one time you do not need a waiver for the overstay. I hope that was very clear. People always get confused. NYC S&M says she likes my sense of humor. Thank you so much. Thank you. I try. I hope that was helpful with explaining waivers. Iqbal Udin says, hi, madam. If a person is documented and has a pending asylum case, they have U.S. citizen children, is it possible to adjust status, get a green card, when one child is suffering from autism and but is the non-citizen living in U.S. 10 years? So if you're in the asylum case and you are not yet in court, so the clock stops on when you get to court. If you're waiting for your asylum case and you're not yet in the court proceedings, you don't have the NTA, notice to appear yet, your 10 years are good. And if you have a child who is a U.S. citizen and suffering from a hardship, you can get cancellation or removal. So you basically just add that as a case type when you get to the immigration court. Meaning you're going to get to court for asylum. At that point, when you get to court, if you're in US 10 or more years and you have a US citizen child with problems with their health, or a parent who is a citizen with problems with their health, you can add cancellation or removal as your second case type. So you will now have two defenses from deportation or removal proceedings: asylum and cancellation of removal. If your child that's suffering the autism is not a citizen, you cannot use them for the qualified relative, the one that has the hardship. So maybe your other kids have other issues. Then, I recommend that you call us for a consultation. We consult people to figure out exactly the scenario, the plan of action for your specific case type. We have a wonderful team. All our lawyers do this every day, like I do. And they're the ones who will talk to you and tell you if you're eligible or not. If you wish and you want to wait for me personally, it will take a few weeks, but you'll get to me and we can discuss the same thing. Basically, my advice is always the same as my attorneys. So I urge you to call us for a consultation. My phone number is 718-769-6352. If you're in the United States, if you want to text us on WhatsApp, it's 718-679-3131. Mishad Mohammed on YouTube says, hi, how long does it take for an I-730 interview abroad if the documentary part is qualified? So basically you're saying that the I-730 was approved and it's being sent to the U.S. consulate. It might take about 6 months to a year. Between 6 months to a year, I don't know exactly how long, but between 6 months to a year. Okay. I waved to Goldfarb Irene here. Let's see, I'm waiting for you guys to ask me more questions. I'm here for another few minutes. So this is your chance to ask a question and get an answer. Okay. I had a question from somebody yesterday that, even though it's not here, but I do want to address. For people who are interested in asylum, right? Iqbal, he wants to do a consultation. Feel free to call us. You can pick up the phone right now. Call 718-769-6352, and you will have to send us all your paperwork from your case, all the letters from USCIS or from court, to figure out if you can add a cancellation of removal to your case. But the question was this. I will apply for asylum, and let's say I will win asylum, right? So our client wants to apply for asylum and they have a good case. Let's say they win asylum. They're asking me, can I travel anywhere? The answer is yes. If you have asylum, if you're asylum approved or an asylee or refugee, you can apply for something that's like advanced parole. It's called travel document or refugee travel document. It looks like a little passport, okay? You use your country's passport and this refugee travel document, and you travel anywhere in the world that accepts people from your country. However, going back to your home country will be a problem. If you go back to your country, you can lose your status. So I always tell people you cannot go back to your country from where you got asylum. You got asylum because you proved that you're afraid to return. So you cannot go back until you become a U.S. citizen, not even a green card holder, because you could still lose your green card, but all the way to U.S. citizenship. Once you have American passport, then you can travel to your home country with asylum. So I just thought that it's important to explain again. Keto TV says, Marina, how's it going? I would like to get a divorce. How much do you guys charge, and how long will it take if she doesn't sign? If you're in the state of New York or New Jersey, we can help you with your divorce. It depends what kind of a case you have to tell you how much it costs. If you are in New York or New Jersey and you need a divorce, call us. We do divorces as well as immigration. Our phone number is 718-769-6352. And it doesn't matter if she doesn't sign, you will still get a divorce, so don't worry. Irene wants to know, how long is it, how long between temporary green card and permanent green card through marriage to a U.S. citizen? Oh, this is a good question. So once you get the temporary 2-year green card, you wait 1 year and 9 months, so approximately 3 months, a little less than 3 months before your 2-year green card expires, you file for the 10-year green card. That case is called I-751, petition to remove conditions. Now, you want to know how long that will take? I'm going to tell you. The I-751 petition to remove conditions on your green card, making your green card unconditional, permanent, right? If it goes to California Service Center, it's 15 and a half months. So 15.5, like 16 months, let's say. If it goes to Texas, it takes 18 months. If it goes to an interview and it has to go to the field offices, on the average in the United States, it takes 33 months. So once you have your 2-year green card expired, don't be shocked if you wait for 33 months. That's considered normal time to get your permanent green card through the marriage to a U.S. citizen after the 2 years temporary green card ends. So another like 3 years, all right? Okay, I think that I'm going to be wrapping up here. I don't see any more questions. Thank you guys for watching so much. I look forward to seeing you again next week. There will be more news. I urge you to post your questions. I would love to talk to you and see you next week. Have a great week. I hope you're healthy and happy, and I'll see you next week, hopefully with better news.